Welcome to Mount Vernon Lady Rams Basketball on WMIX and WMIXSports.com, where you can watch or listen from any device. Lady Rams Basketball on WMIX Sports is powered by the official voice of Lady Rams Athletics, Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Lady Rams Basketball is also sponsored in part by the Medicine Shop of Mount Vernon, Ford Square, and King City Chrysler. You can count on us. Ren Lake College. Save thousands on your college education. Log on to rlc.edu. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a Hospital. Raising the Bar. Winning Edge. Schmidt Ford of Salem. And also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Landers Collision Centers of Mount Vernon and Schmidt Salem. Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. All Stars and Central Christian Church. And People's National Bank. It's time to join Chris Hugo and Danny Zerwinski for Mount Vernon Lady Rams Basketball. From the Ford Square WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, the Landers Collision Center's pregame show starts now.
Good afternoon and welcome to Cuss Wilson Gymnasium in Marion. I'm Toby Gullion, the site for this matchup in the conference in South 7, the Marion Lady Wildcats and the Mount Vernon Lady Rams. Mount Vernon entering at 11-8, 6-1. Them and Carbondale sit atop the conference, and with 2 games left after this one in the league, the Lady Rams have plenty to play for. We'll talk a little bit more about the schedule. The regional pairings are out as well. But first, Landers Collision Center continuing to expand their service in Mount Vernon and Salem. After your next collision, ask about free detailing as long as you own your car. Big or small, Landers fixes them all. 1-888-LANDERS. This is the Landers Collision Center pregame show and Lady Rams basketball on WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One Account is a high-interest-earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balances. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
Convenience is what the Medicine Shop Pharmacy in Mount Vernon is all about. During these cold winter months, take advantage of our free local delivery service to your home or office, or use one of our 2 drive-through windows where a staff member is always ready to serve you. If you take several medications and have trouble remembering what to take and when to take it, ask pharmacist Eric Black about medication planners. These blister packs make it so easy to take the correct medications on time. In a recent poll, patients 65 years old and older who use medications found that more than 50% take at least 5 different prescription drugs regularly. Those polled admit they forget to take their medications. Don't let this happen to you. Stop by and ask us about our medication planners. Remember, drugs don't work in patients who don't take them. The Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon, or give them a call, 618-242-8776.
Wouldn't it be amazing if there was somewhere you could listen to knowledgeable discussion, interviews with a great mix of coaches, get the scores, and be entertained? You must have missed last week's Saturday Sports Show. Give AM 940 a couple of hours every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news, and we'll give you the info you need like no one else can. It's your best option this sports season. The Saturday Sports Show on WMIX and WMIXSports.com. Powered by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be. Back to Mount Vernon Lady Rams basketball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
Welcome back to the Landers Collision Center pregame show. I'm Toby Gullion. We'll have the Page Insurance starting lineups coming up in just a few moments as the Mount Vernon Lady Rams look to keep rolling in the South 7. They've got this one here today with Marion. Then Monday, they'll be back on 94.1 WMIX as they will host Centralia. Tuesday, they head to Cahokia, that game on AM 940. Then on Thursday, they'll wrap up the regular season on 94.1 at Heron, all with video at WMIXSports.com. Mount Vernon also going to be sent off to the Massac County Regional as they will play Monday, the 17th of February, as the 4th seed, taking on Centralia, the number 5 seed at 6 o'clock. Then the 3 seed is Heron. They'll take on number 6 Marion at 7:30. Top-seeded Carbondale gets the winner of Mount Vernon Centralia. Number 2, Massac County gets the winner of Heron and Marion. Big or Small Landers Collision Center fixes and now details them all. Premium detailing is now available at Landers Collision Centers. Call anytime you need them, 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS. More of the Landers Collision Center pregame show coming up from Cus Wilson Gymnasium in Marion as you're listening to Lady Rams Basketball on WMIX Sports.
Your future is calling. With a GED test and some help from Rend Lake College, you can answer the call. The current test expires at the end of 2013, and your scores will expire too if you don't finish and pass the test by then. Don't feel prepared? Don't worry, we can help. Visit finishtheged.com to learn more. Don't miss the chance to turn one small step into your next big opportunity, like college, a better job, and the respect you deserve. Finish your GED by the end of 2013. Questions? Call Rend Lake College's Adult Education and Literacy Department today at 437-5321.
Did your bank recently stop offering free checking? People's National Bank still has free checking with the added convenience of a Visa check card, online banking, bill pay, money pass, and mobile banking. Stop by People's National Bank located at 522 Main Street in Mount Vernon, Illinois today for details on how to get your free checking account. People's National Bank, serving Southern Illinois since 1909, member FDIC. Non-usage fees may apply.
16 years, I wrote about the area's great teams. Now I'm part of a great team, the sales team, Schmidt Ford of Salem. Hi folks, it's Mike McManus, and I'm proud to be part of the Schmidt Ford family. Whether it be a new or pre-owned vehicle, let me or any other of our professional sales consultants help you find your next car or truck. You'll be glad you did. So stop by Schmidt Ford of Salem or visit us online at schmidtfordofsalem.com.
Streaming worldwide at WMIXsports.com. This is Mount Vernon Lady Rams Basketball from WMIX Sports.
Welcome back, Toby Gullion here at Cus Wilson Gymnasium, just ahead of the Mount Vernon Marion girls matchup in the South 7 Conference. Checking the Tony Wilkes scoreboard last night in the South 7. Boys action, Cahokia over Mount Vernon 44-40 in a tough battle. Carbondale, the 8th-ranked team in the state, stayed hot. They knocked off Althoff in Belleville 67-63. It was Centralia hitting 11 three-pointers as they beat Marion 71-33. In the Apollo, Effingham over Mattoon 51-39. Paris gets by Mount Zion 53-50, and Salem by 10 over Charleston 59-49. In girls basketball, Belleville West over O'Fallon 63-51. Flora 37-28 over Red Hill. Litchfield beat Greenville 54-47, and T-Town over Bishop McNamara 40-38. The other score we had Massac County 62-45 over Benton, and that's how the action was last night. And we talked about Mount Vernon. It's going to be a busy few days for them as they prepare for the Massac County Regional, as they've got 4 games between now and Thursday, and you'll be able to hear each and every one of them. And Coach Jeff Lonan, who will join us after this during our post-game show, trying to make sure that his team is well prepared as they head into a postseason. That, yeah, there's some pretty good teams over where they're going to be, but they're one of the better teams that are going to be at that Massac County Regional, even as a 4th seed. Got off to kind of a slow start when they did play Massac County earlier this year. It was one of those games, the second game of a 2-day game over at Nashville, so a lot of things working against them, but every bit of able to compete with them, and with Carbondale, as we've seen earlier this year, as well as the Lady Terriers sitting with 1 loss in the South 7 as well. We'll take our final break and wrap up the Landers Towing and Collision Center pregame show. We'll come back and have the Page Insurance starting lineups from Cus Wilson Gymnasium as the Mount Vernon Lady Rams get set to take on the Marion Lady Wildcats. This is Lady Rams Basketball on WMIX Sports.
Hi, Roy Schmidt, Ford Lincoln dealer at Ford Square, Mount Vernon. Construction, heavy hauling, emergency vehicles, agriculture, forestry, utility services. Within these and countless other essential industries, the guys and gals who do the toughest work count on one heavy-duty truck more than any other, the Ford F-Series Super Duty. Day in and day out, built Ford Tough. Diesel and gas powertrains enable F-Series Super Duties to pump out plenty of horsepower and torque, along with great fuel economy. At Ford Square, we have cash-back incentives up to $5,500 on F Super Duties and a great selection right now. Come see one of our sales associates at Ford Square, 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois, where the best never rest. And you can also view all of our inventory, new and pre-owned, at FordSquare.com.
This is Chase Landers with Landers Collision Centers. Imagine this. You're driving down the road. It's dark as can be outside. Thank goodness you just had that left headlight bulb replaced. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to see a thing. Now, close your eyes. Okay, don't close your eyes. You're supposed to be driving. Imagine noticing a slight twinkle off to the left, just above the ditch. What is that, you think to yourself? All of a sudden, whap! You've just encountered your first deer hit. The left side of your vehicle is beat up pretty bad. The next thing I want you to imagine is very simple. Picking up your phone and dialing 1-888-LANDERS to set up your repair. Deer claims are common, and usually a very simple process, which fall under comprehensive coverage. This is Chase Landers, asking you to allow Landers to be your collision repair shop of choice. Whether it be a deer hit, fender bender, or the regular, uh-oh, sorry mom, Landers is here for you whenever you need us. Big or small, Landers fixes them all. 1-888-LANDERS, that's 1-888-LANDERS.
Don't just dream about a better job, go get it with scores of programs that take 2 years, 1 year, or even just a few months to complete. Rend Lake College is your gateway to a career you'll love. From nursing to coal mining, from computer programming to cosmetology, and everything in between. Rend Lake College is affordable, convenient, and ready to get you trained for your new job fast. Call us at 618-437-5321 or visit us at rlc.edu.
When you hear the warm, inviting sound of a crackling fire, what comes to mind? A rustic campground? A cozy cabin? How about the new Good Samaritan Regional Health Center? Our new family lounges feature a lot of comforts you might not expect. Things like this. No, that's not a babbling brook or serene stream out in the countryside. It's a 2-story waterfall located right here at Good Samaritan. And that's not the only way we're raising the bar for patient comfort. We've added lush healing gardens, as well as wall after wall of beautiful artwork, all designed to create the perfect healing atmosphere. And if all this sounds like music to your ears, we encourage you to check us out. Chances are, we're not too far from where you are right now.
The new Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a hospital, raising the bar.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One Account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
Watch the Lady Rams online at WMIXsports.com. Powered by Rend Lake College.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One Account is a high interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balances. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
Here's Jeff Schmidt for Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon.
Right now, we have our best selection ever of low-mileage factory program cars. Save thousands over new. Most are still under factory warranty with low interest rates and big discounts. We will work with you to figure out a payment plan that fits your budget. We have the most professional sales staff around. The same people who sell you your beautiful vehicle will be there for you after the sale. Come see us today.
Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
This is Chase Landers with Landers Collision Centers. Imagine this. You're driving down the road. It's dark as can be outside. Thank goodness you just had that left headlight bulb replaced. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to see a thing. Now, close your eyes. Okay, don't close your eyes. You're supposed to be driving. Imagine noticing a slight twinkle off to the left, just above the ditch. What is that, you think to yourself? All of a sudden, whack! You've just encountered your first deer hit. The left side of your vehicle is beat up pretty bad. The next thing I want you to imagine is very simple. Picking up your phone and dialing 1-888-LANDERS to set up your repair. Deer claims are common, and usually a very simple process, which fall under comprehensive coverage. This is Chase Landers asking you to allow Landers to be your collision repair shop of choice. Whether it be a deer hit, fender bender, or the regular, uh-oh, sorry mom, Landers is here for you whenever you need us. Big or small, Landers fixes them all. 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS.
Broadcasting live from the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square. This is Mount Vernon Lady Rams Basketball.
And we're back at Marion High School. The Mount Vernon Lady Rams getting on the board early is Courtney Scarborough hitting a three from the right corner. Marion with the basketball now as they will work around the zone. They get it inside. Little floater up, no good. Rebound, Marion. That's Rushing. Rushing goes back up, and she is fouled. It'll be the second foul on Mount Vernon as Micaiah Rush picked up the first. This one, we'll see who they give it to. It'll go against Scarborough, so she picks up the team's second foul. Rushing goes to the foul line, looking for the first points for Marion, trailing 3-0, just underway. It's up and in. Later on tonight, the Mount Vernon Rams in action on 94.1 WMIXsports.com as they're in Jerseyville. It'll be an early varsity start around 6:30 or so as Chris Hugo will have the call for you. Rushing puts the second one up and in, and Mount Vernon has a 3-2 lead. Under a minute has gone by, just over a minute now has gone by. Mount Vernon traveling from left to right in the road black. Scarborough deep in the right corner. Claire Ryan comes to get it, working against a 1-2-2 zone for the Lady Cats. Scarborough on the left corner now deep. One-hand pass to Rush. Micaiah back to Scarborough. Finds herself open again for three, and the soft touch is in. You better watch out because Scarborough's had games where she has put it on from behind the arc, and right now off to a great start. 2 out of 2. It's 6-2 Lady Rams. Rushing the other way for Marion. Trying to run a back cut. It's not there. Working around the perimeter over on the right wing. That's Edwards. Edwards on the dribble, guarded by Rush. Skip pass to Rushing at the top of the key. Man-to-man Mount Vernon. Edwards with it. At the free throw line, backs away in and travels with it. Second turnover for Marion. It'll give it back to Mount Vernon. 6:05 to play, first quarter, 6-2 our score. This is the Community First Bank official voice of the Lady Rams as we bring you this action from Marion. Claire Ryan with the basketball. Goes on the left wing to Rush. Rush back to Ryan. Ryan to Scarborough. Another, nope, ball fake. Gets around a defender. Up and no good, but a foul. Scarborough, a good ball fake in that corner, making the defense commit. And she is rewarded with free throws. So Scarborough, with all 6 of Mount Vernon's points, going to the free throw line. As a soft touch from beyond the arc. First one is up and in. One more coming. Scarborough's next free throw. It's off the back iron, no good, and coming down with it for Marion is Allison Gwaltney. She'll give it up to Rushing, and Rushing comes. Marion in the home whites with the blue trim and the neon yellow shoes for Edwards as she dribbles into the lane on Rush. Gets around her, up off the glass, no good. Fighting for it is Sanders inside, and we'll get a jump ball. Possession arrow will favor the Lady Rams. So Mount Vernon with the basketball. Claire Ryan will bring it up. Dribbling up slow and methodically. She goes to Rush on the left wing. Thought better of a three. Now to Scarborough in the corner. One-hand skip pass to Ryan. She'll get into the lane. Now skip it back to Scarborough. Backs up behind the arc. It's going to be good. Courtney Scarborough, third three-pointer in the first 2.5 minutes. She has 10 points, and it's 10-2 Mount Vernon on top of Marion. Edwards with the basketball. They run the weave with the guards out top to Rushing. Hands it off to Gwaltney. She'll go back. Three-pointer on the way. Buried it. Allison Gwaltney with the first field goal for Marion. It's 10-5, under 5 to play first quarter. Bringing it up is Ryan. Over to Rush on the left wing. Hannah Owens looking for a good interior pass. Owens up and in. They went across the lane from the left side to the right side. Good positioning by Hannah Owens. And she was able to put it up with a soft touch and in. It's 12-5 Mount Vernon. Rushing with the basketball for the Lady Wildcats. floater in the lane, short, no good. Gets her own rebound, puts it back up, no good again. It's loose. Who wants it? Rush fights for it and brings it down, and then has to get some help. Scarborough will have it, and she'll bring it up for Mount Vernon. Halfway through this first quarter, it's a 12-5 lead, and Scarborough's had the hot hands. Another feed inside to Owens, another shot off the glass and in. They've got everything working right now with the perimeter game now going inside to Hannah Owens, and that's exactly what Coach Jeff Lonan wants to see. Gwaltney with it on the right side for Marion, goes to the baseline, up into the post. Turning and firing and scoring is Rushing. Haley Rushing with her 4, and it's 14-7 now. Touchdown lead for the Lady Rams. Ryan to Scarborough, deep right corner. She'll give it up to Sanders. Sanders back to Ryan. Had Hannah, but just a little bit late recognizing it. Over to Scarborough on the left side now. High post Owens, right side Ryan. Ryan on the deck. Back to Scarborough. Thought about a 3, and she double dribbled. One of the deals where the pass came, and she had to corral it by knocking it down, and then when she put it on the floor again, turned it over. First turnover for Mount Vernon. And the first substitution of the ball game for Marion. They'll bring in number 12, Jenna Hurst. 3:20 on the clock, 14-7 Mount Vernon, first quarter. This is Community First Bank, the official voice of the Mount Vernon Lady Rams. Three-pointer on the way, no good, and coming down with it is Micaiah Rush. Rush now slows it down, finds the point guard, Ryan. Ryan over to Rush. They give her the 3. She doesn't want it. Skip past to Scarborough. Puts it on the floor, moves to her left side over to Ryan. She'll take the 3. Back iron, no good, and up with the rebound is Allie Wilson for Marion. She'll find Gwaltney, who'll bring it up the floor. Hannah Owens, a 6-foot junior, will guard her at the top of the key. Now Rushing will come to get it. Scarborough guards her. Edwards on the right side. On the dribble, here's Edwards to the bucket. Shot up and in. Martisha Edwards, her first 2. It's 14-9. Mount Vernon's lead cut to 5. Mount Vernon victorious easily in the JV game earlier. Had more than a 20-point lead. That pass inside to Owens, and they again work it. The lob pass. They try to front Hannah inside. When they do, they give no weak side help on the backside, and that's where she scored the last 3 buckets. 53-40 was the final, but it was a lot further away than what that indicated in the JV game. They give it to Edwards for Marion. She'll dish it out to Rushing. Steps into a 2, no good. Loose rebound. Hannah Owens comes away with it. Now it's loose still on the floor, and still loose. Courtney Scarborough finally comes away with it for Mount Vernon. Ahead to Ryan. She's bumped, and we get a foul. 2 shots coming for Claire. That'll be the second foul for Marion. And it'll be Allison Gwaltney on the foul. So Claire Ryan to the free throw line. Scarborough with 10. The other 6 coming from Hannah Owens, and Ryan puts her name in the scoring column. We'll get our first substitution off the bench for Coach Jeff Lonan, as Peyton Hayes wants to check in, and Micaiah Rush will sit. Peyton is a 5'8" sophomore. Ryan's second free throw, in and out, no good. The rebound coming to Marion with the basketball. 1:44 to play, first quarter, 17-9. Mount Vernon on top of the Lady Wildcats. Scarborough puts a little defensive pressure on Rushing. She'll give it up to Gwaltney at the top of the key, back over to Rushing. Rushing moving to her right, hands it off to Edwards, running the weave up top. Edwards long 2 on the way, back iron, no good. Sanders goes up for the rebound, gets it up to Ryan on the outlet. Ryan, near sideline, lobs it into Owens. She's double-teamed, gets some space, puts it up and in. Hannah Owens with 4 straight field goals for Mount Vernon, and it's 19-9, the lead back to 10, 1:10 to play here in the first quarter. You're listening to Lady Rams Basketball at 9:40 a.m. and WMIXSports.com. The video stream will be back on Monday at Chagnon against Centralia, and then the rest of the way home. They hand it off to Gwaltney, and she's bumped by Peyton Hayes. It'll be a foul. Gwaltney goes over to help Hayes. Hayes brushes her aside and says, "I've got it." Tough. 52 seconds on the clock. It'll be Marion basketball out of bounds, trailing Mount Vernon by 10. They lob it to Gwaltney, just inside the arc. Back iron, no good. Loose ball rebound to Hannah Owens, up ahead to Scarborough. Scarborough with her head up. looking for some room to penetrate, gets into the lane, shoots a floater up and in, her first two-pointer. She has a dozen in the quarter. It's 21-9, quickly rushing the other way, approaching a half minute to play in the quarter. Rushing to Gwaltney, deep three, no good. Rushing, though, with the rebound. 28 seconds on the clock, rushing, guarded by Scarborough, gets it up to Edwards. Edwards puts it on the floor, now picks up her dribble. Her skip pass is over to the near side. That's Hurst. Her shot, top of the backboard, and they say out of bounds. 16 seconds to play, and off the bench for Marion will come as Zaria Riley. So Zaria Riley will check in. She's a sophomore, and with 15 on the clock, Scarborough to bring it up for Mount Vernon. They lead by 12. She has a dozen. That's what number she wears. They're going to try to work another shot for her. Open three, right wing, short, no good. And the rebound out of there to Rushing. And we played one quarter of basketball. Mount Vernon on top of Marion, 21-9. This is the Lady Rams on WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One Account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC.
Backaches, bad hips, rickety knees? Why not try aquatic therapy? The Red Lake College Aquatic Center has more than a swimming pool. Try a 6-lane, 75-foot lap pool, along with a whirlpool 10 feet in diameter and a 10-foot by 20 hydrotherapy pool. Aquatic therapy is very affordable. In many cases, the tuition is waived entirely. With special access and dressing areas for the elderly and physically challenged, getting in the water is easy. Experts are on hand to assist with various areas of aquatic fitness and rehab. Call 437-5321 extension 1207 or visit rlc.edu.
Learn to live healthy, learn to live well, and learn how you can live free from unexpected medical expense with a major medical expense policy from Pekin Insurance and the Page Agency. Health insurance that covers hospital, medical, and surgical expenses offers a wide choice of deductibles and a non-tobacco user discount, too. Rising medical costs don't have to be a problem with a major medical expense policy from Pekin Insurance. This is coverage we hope you'll never need, but you just can't be without. Call the Page Agency at 242-7000 about a major medical health insurance plan today.
This is your local State Farm agent, Tony Wilt. I want to thank Mount Vernon and the surrounding area for continuing to support us over the past 5 years. If you have never sat down with someone to go over your insurance program, let me invite you into our office. Let us show you what working with the industry leader, represented by a local agent, can do for you. I'm located just off 42nd Street. You can reach our office 24 hours a day at 242-1421 or on the web at TonyWilt.com. Thanks again, and go Rams.
If you've been trying to buy a car with a challenging credit history, you've discovered that it can be discouraging. But there is good news. I mean really good news. Not all buy here, pay here dealerships are the same. Second Chance Auto really is different. For 34 years, Second Chance Auto has guaranteed to give you the best value for every dollar you spend. Listen, did you know that at some dealerships, if you buy an $8,000 vehicle with minimal down, it could end up costing you $2,000 more? At Second Chance Auto, they'll explain how you can save more on the total cost of your vehicle. No surprises, just honest deals, bank rate financing for all, and a truly dependable vehicle with the best value for your hard-earned dollar. This tax season, use your refund where it will go the farthest. Let Second Chance Auto earn your business and your trust. You won't be disappointed. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call today, 244-4582.
Broadcasting live from the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square. This is Mount Vernon Lady Rams Basketball.
Out of the quarter break, Ed Marion was able to get a couple of free throws from Marquisha Edwards, but the other way, Hannah Owens fouled, so that's where we sit. 21-11, Mount Vernon on top of Marion with Owens at the free throw line. She had 8 points in that first quarter, in fact made 4 consecutive buckets for Mount Vernon. Her first free throw is up and no good. Micaiah Rush off the bench for Mount Vernon, and Peyton Hayes will have a seat. Not a very deep bench for Coach Jeff Lonan, so he relies heavily on his starting 5, but starting to get some confidence heading into the postseason on some of who he could put in at key times, as a second free throw is no good from Owens. Rebound, and Marion comes with it. It's Rushing. Between circles to Gwaltney, over to Edwards on the left side. Rush will put a hand up. Top of the key, it comes to Riley. That's Azaria Riley. Checked in late in the first quarter, back out to Edwards. Edwards, floater, up off the glass too hard. Rebound to Ryan and Mount Vernon. They look to run. Up ahead to Scarborough. Scarborough thought about getting it to Owens, now finds Ryan, steps into a three, misses it short. Air ball, and Rush tries to save it, but steps on the inline. Just 2 turnovers for Mount Vernon here in the game, and 3 for Marion. Slow pace, neither one of these teams really getting up and down yet, but it is a 10-point lead. That first quarter dominated by Courtney Scarborough. She had 12 points. Edwards has it for Marion on the left wing. Marion trying to cut into this lead, gets it to Rushing. Her shot no good, follows it up with a shot that's blocked out of there. Here comes Scarborough and Mount Vernon. Scarborough stops in the lane, fires and scores. Courtney Scarborough with 14. It's 23-11. The other way with it, it's Marion. Gwaltney dribbles near the center circle. Slow and methodically, they run their offense to Edwards on the left wing. She'll get a screen, now works her way around it. Goes to the middle of the floor to Gwaltney. Gwaltney into the corner to Riley. Now Hurst with it. Up to Riley. Riley in the lane, has it, lost it, and gets it back. Shot up short, blocked out of there by Sanders, and Micaiah Rush comes away with the loose ball. Rush on the dribble, going coast to coast. Her pass, though, intended for Owens at the bucket, was stolen away by Marion. So the turnover gives it back to the Lady Cats, who trail by 12 with 5:25 to play here in the first half. You're listening to Lady Rams Basketball, sponsored by Community First Bank, the official voice of the Rams and Lady Rams. Marion turns it right back over to Mount Vernon. Claire Ryan with it. Baseline, corner to Courtney Scarborough. Back over to Ryan. Ryan, back door to Rush. Rush's shot is up. She's bumped. No foul. Gets her own rebound. Brings it back out top. Ryan has it. Moves to the right. Now cuts back to the left. Now back to the right. Scarborough open three. Got it. 17 in the ball game. 26-11. And she's got target practice out there. Kind of like a day at the gym with another shoot-around. No defense at all. Courtney is capitalizing. 15-point lead. Marion gets away with the travel. Now the three-pointer goes in. Everybody in the gym saw the travel, but the three-pointer makes it 26-14. 4:25 to play, first half. Ryan with it. Now 1-2-2 zone. The forward's not getting out in that corner, and that's where Scarborough hit all of her threes. The pass is to Owens, tipped out. Ryan has it. Claire's bumped, and it'll be a foul. Just the fourth team foul on Marion, so both teams playing fairly clean with 4 early on. Off the bench, coming from Marion, is Bethany Pickens. Having a seat will be Riley. Sanders to inbound for Mount Vernon. They'll be the 4 seed at Massac County, taking on Centralia. Scarborough open again, right side for 3. Got it again. She's hit 5 in the first half, 20 in the game, 29-14. The lead for Mount Vernon. Still 4 minutes to play in the first half. Rushing, hands it to Edwards. Edwards shoots a floater from the free throw line, misses. Sanders with the rebound. Up ahead, Ryan looks to push. 3:40 on the clock. Ryan over to Scarborough. Inside to Owens. Good feed, leads her under the bucket, and a foul. She had to put a little bit more on that one, trying to get Hannah away from the defense. She did that well, and Hannah will go to the free throw line. But what a half for Courtney Scarborough. 29-14 is the score, but 20 of those points coming from Courtney. Hannah's free throw is up and in. She'll have another. At some point, going to have to come out of that zone, you figure, or at least the 1-2-2 portion of it. Here's another one up, and no good. Rebound's loose, and Marion comes away with it. Rushing with it for the Lady Cats. They trail by 16, 30-14. Edwards with it on the right, or the left wing, rather. Gets a screen, moving to the middle of the floor. Backdoor cut to Rushing. Up and good. Good play there. Edwards to Rushing. And Haley Rushing with 6 points. It's 30-16. Ryan again brings it up. Over to Rush. Rush skip pass to Scarborough, inside to Owen, shot up and in, and she's fouled as they took advantage of the overplay. They got a skip pass to Scarborough in the corner, two defenders then going out to stop the three, leaving Owens open underneath, and they capitalized with the 2 of the foul. Hannah going to the free throw line. She's in double digits. She's got 11. Make it 12. So 32 points combined out of the 33 for Scarborough and Owens. Off the bench, as Sanders will sit, comes Miriam Hester, who is very active in the JV game. Hester's a 5'10 junior. 33-16, 17-point lead for the Lady Rams of Mount Vernon. Waltney over to Edwards on the left wing, working against the man-to-man. No real sense of urgency as Edwards now gets to the bucket. Her shot is up, no good. Hester tips it to Owens. Mount Vernon looks to push. Ryan up ahead to Scarborough. Scarborough thought about a three, pulls it down, gets it to Owen inside the arc, rims around, no good. Rebound, rush, up, no good. Rebound, Hester, and it's in. Miriam Hester. Timeout on the floor. It's a timeout by Marion. Mount Vernon leads 35-16, and a great start here in the first half is all timeout sponsored by the Medicine Shop. Dr. Eric Black, 23-39. And we also want to thank the Winning Edge. Basketball heating up. Don't get caught without your Rams gear. Check out the Winning Edge for a variety of Rams and Lady Rams T-shirts, hoodies, caps, bags, and more. Find Winning Edge in Mount Vernon at 212 South 9th Street and on the web at winningedgeusa.com. No video stream today, but the Rend Lake College video stream will be coming back. That'll be on Monday. You'll be able to catch all of it. The stream will be on tonight, as a matter of fact, too. Chris Hugo will bring you the play-by-play from Jerseyville. The Mount Vernon Rams taking on Jerseyville. As Mount Vernon put up a good effort, but fell to Cahokia last night. They'll try to get back on the winning ways. We'll go through the entire scoreboard as the Tony Rote scoreboard update coming up at halftime and recap everything from both boys, girls, and junior high action. Some area teams playing in junior high play at the Southern Illinois Junior High School Athletic Association's Class M. The Class L boys regionals getting underway today. So we'll have all of that if you want to check out both WMIX Sports and check them out on Facebook and Twitter as well. We're ready out of the timeout. Marion basketball, 35-16. Mount Vernon with the lead. Riley has it for the Lady Cats. Down underneath they go. That's Wilson who just checked in, up to Rushing. Rushing, cutting, that's Riley. Her shot is up, no good. Miriam Hester had it, blocked it out of there, but they call a foul. The official that was near center court, over by the scorer's table, called it. Both officials near the play thought it was a clean block. We were near the play. Looked pretty clean to us, too. I say us. That's me. But it'll be free throws for Rushing nonetheless and give the foul to Hester. First one up and in. One more coming. And Rushing will wait. Now has the basketball. Second free throw is on its way and good. She's 4 out of 4 from the line. Mount Vernon with the basketball. 35-18 is the score. Ryan with it. She'll check for Coach Jeff Lonan. He wants to run a play here with the final 2 minutes of half. Courtney Scarborough. Bounce pass to Hester, baseline, inside to Owens. Good position up off the glass and in. Too easy there. Hannah having her way inside. And she is getting up there with Scarborough in terms of the leading score, 37-18. The 19-point edge for Mount Vernon. Riley gets a screen moving to her left. Shot blocked out of there. Ryan, though, hit the deck and might have rolled an ankle. Three-pointer is an air ball as Rush tracks it down, gives it to Hester. See if Claire's okay. She has a basketball. Looks like she's all right. She gingerly comes up the floor. Minute 20 on the clock, 37-18. See if they want to get it to Owens again inside. Skip past Ryan. She's open for three, and she buried it. It was a designed three-point shot for Claire Ryan, and moving to her left was able to hit it 40-18. 65 seconds on the clock until halftime. Going to the basket, Riley was able to get a step on the defense and get it up off the glass under a minute to play and cuts the lead to 20. 40-20, Lady Rams all over Marion. Ryan with it, top of the key, right wing to Scarborough. Scarborough Back to Ryan, left side to Rush. Rush, skip pass to Scarborough. Thought about a three, pulls it down. Floater, no good. The rebound to Gwaltney. With 35 seconds on the clock, Marion with the basketball. Rushing, brings it up, guarded by Scarborough. Over to Riley. Hands it off to Gwaltney. Gwaltney, as they run the weave out top, gets the screen to a right. Now back to Rushing. Rushing on the floor. Shot is up, no good. Rebound, Scarborough comes down with it. Final 15 seconds belong to Mount Vernon. Ryan up with 10. Crosses the timeline with 8. Top of the key now with 7. Right wing with 6. Skip pass, same one Ryan hit before. Now she drives, shoots a floater, no good. Hester at the buzzer, count it. Good job by Miriam Hester to follow the play. A couple of buckets late in the quarter, and Mount Vernon will take their largest lead of the game into the halftime break as they lead 42-20. And what a first half put on by Coach Jeff Lawn and squad. We'll have the Second Chance Auto halftime show coming up. This is Lady Rams Basketball on WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC.
Backaches, bad hips, rickety knees? Why not try aquatic therapy? The Red Lake College Aquatic Center has more than a swimming pool. Try a 6-lane, 75-foot lap pool, along with a whirlpool 10 feet in diameter and a 10-foot by 20 hydrotherapy pool. Aquatic therapy is very affordable. In many cases, the tuition is waived entirely. With special access and dressing areas for the elderly and physically challenged, getting in the water is easy. Experts are on hand to assist with various areas of aquatic fitness and rehab. Call 437-5321 extension 1207 or visit rlc.edu.
Learn to live healthy, learn to live well, and learn how you can live free from unexpected medical expense with a major medical expense policy from Pekin Insurance and the Page Agency. Health insurance that covers hospital, medical, and surgical expenses offers a wide choice of deductibles and a non-tobacco user discount, too. Rising medical costs don't have to be a problem with a major medical expense policy from Pekin Insurance. This is coverage we hope you'll never need, but you just can't be without. Call the Page Agency at 242-7000 about a major medical health insurance plan today.
This is your local State Farm agent, Tony Wilt. I want to thank Mount Vernon and the surrounding area for continuing to support us over the past 5 years. If you have never sat down with someone to go over your insurance program, let me invite you into our office. Let us show you what working with the industry leader, represented by a local agent, can do for you. I'm located just off 42nd Street. You can reach our office 24 hours a day at 242-1421 or on the web at tonywilt.com. Thanks again, and go Rams.
If you've been trying to buy a car with a challenging credit history, you've discovered that it can be discouraging. But there is good news. I mean really good news. Not all buy here, pay here dealerships are the same. Second Chance Auto really is different. For 34 years, Second Chance Auto has guaranteed to give you the best value for every dollar you spend. Listen, did you know that at some dealerships, if you buy an $8,000 vehicle with minimal down, it could end up costing you $2,000 more? At Second Chance Auto, they'll explain how you can save more on the total cost of your vehicle. No surprises, just honest deals, bank rate financing for all, and a truly dependable vehicle with the best value for your hard-earned dollar. This tax season, use your refund where it will go the farthest. Let Second Chance Auto earn your business and your trust. You won't be disappointed. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call today, 244-4582.
This is Mount Vernon Lady Rams Basketball from WMIX Sports. The Second Chance Auto halftime show starts now.
Welcome back to Cus Wilson Gym in Marion. 42-20, Mount Vernon on top, and most of that damage coming from Courtney Scarborough and from Hannah Owens. It started with Courtney hitting 3 threes in the first quarter, and then after that, Hannah would go on a run of hitting 4 straight buckets herself, leading to the lead after 1 quarter, and then a couple of more threes from Scarborough in the second quarter, a couple of more buckets and a few free throws from Hannah. 20 points for Courtney Scarborough and 14 more for Hannah Owens. 4 points each then for Claire Ryan and for Miriam Hester, who came off the bench and has done a good job. For Marion, they were limited offensively. 8 points for Haley Rushing. They had 5 from Riley. They got 4 from Edwards and 3 from Gwaltney. 6 of 6 from the foul line, where Mount Vernon was just 3 of 7. But really, that was the only thing Mount Vernon didn't do really well, as they only had 3 turnovers. They did most of the shooting from the perimeter was very efficient, and that is what's led to this 22-point lead. This is the first of 4 big games for them. If they want to keep their conference hopes alive, they need to win the next 3. This one, then at home against Centralia Monday before they take on Cahokia, and then Herons. That'll be Monday, Tuesday, Thursday of next week, and we will have those games for you here on WMIX Sports. Second Chance Auto in Mount Vernon has a vehicle to meet your needs and your budget. There's a reason Second Chance Auto has been around for 34 years. They offer the largest selection in one location. No fancy sales gimmicks, no pressure, just honest deals on great vehicles with bank rate financing available for all. There's a reason they've been there again for 34 years. See for yourself. See John, the guys over there at Second Chance Auto in Mount Vernon. 42-20 Mount Vernon on top. You're listening to Lady Rams Basketball as part of the Second Chance Auto halftime show on WMIX Sports.
This is Chase Landers with Landers Collision Centers. Imagine this. You're driving down the road. It's dark as can be outside. Thank goodness you just had that left headlight bulb replaced. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to see a thing. Now, close your eyes. Okay, don't close your eyes. You're supposed to be driving. Imagine noticing a slight twinkle off to the left, just above the ditch. What is that, you think to yourself? All of a sudden, whap! You've just encountered your first deer hit. The left side of your vehicle is beat up pretty bad. The next thing I want you to imagine is very simple. Picking up your phone and dialing 1-888-LANDERS to set up your repair. Deer claims are common, and usually a very simple process which fall under comprehensive coverage. This is Chase Landers, asking you to allow Landers to be your collision repair shop of choice. Whether it be a deer hit, fender bender, or the regular, uh-oh, sorry mom, Landers is here for you whenever you need us. Big or small, Landers fixes them all. 1-888-LANDERS, that's 1-888-LANDERS.
Broadcasting live from the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by King City Chrysler. This is Mount Vernon Lady Rams Basketball.
Welcome back to Cus Wilson Gym in Marion. Toby Gullion with you as the Lady Rams on top of Marion 42-20. We checked the Tony Wilt scoreboard from last night in the South 7. Cahokia over Mount Vernon 44-40. Carbondale 67-63 over Althoff. Centralia beat Marion 71-33. In the Apollo 51-39. Effingham over Mattoon. Paris beat Mount Zion 53-50. Salem 59-49 over Charleston. In the Cahokia Conference, over in the Mississippi Division, it was Carlisle beating Westland 55-42. Breeze Central, a nice win over Columbia 71-62, and Freeburg 61-58 over Redbud. A little Illini Conference in the games of note. Flora over Hudsonville Palatine 82-48. Alney beat Oblong 52-28. It was a good win in overtime for Waterloo as they beat Triad in Mississippi Valley action 45-44. In the river-to-river Mississippi, Nashville beat Sparta 73-45. Over in the Ohio, it was Heron 42-41 over Murfreesboro. In another action, Oakville got a nice win over Waterloo-Jabot. That's a big win over a ranked team for them. 43-33. Patoka 70-57 over Sandoval, and T-Town 52-33 over St. Anthony. In the SIJ HSAA Class M from state, Goreville beat Cesar 29-27. Fairfield over Smithton 40-32. Cairo over Nashville in overtime 58-55. And Redbud beat Gallatin County 32-29. Chris, you go back on the air coming up tonight at 6:30 from Jerseyville. The Mount Vernon Rams playing in that one, and again, an early varsity start at 6:30. This is the Second Chance Auto halftime show from Cus Wilson Gym as the Lady Rams on top of Marion 42-20. Lady Rams basketball is on WMIX Sports.
What does technology sound like? Is it the clang of heavy machinery, the beeps and chirps of an electronic gadget? At the new Good Samaritan Regional Health Center, technology sounds a little something like this.
It's the sound of a young girl excited because her mom's being released the same day as her minimally invasive surgery. Thanks to the Da Vinci surgical robot, our surgeons' hand motions are seamlessly translated into smaller, more precise movements. But surgery isn't the only way Good Samaritan is raising the bar for advanced healthcare in Southern Illinois.
That's the sound of a patient's health record being updated and stored electronically for immediate access by nurses, primary care doctors, and specialists alike. That's why soon, the new Good Samaritan Regional Health Center will use all electronic patient health records. Less paper translates to faster, better care for you. And that sounds a little something like this.
The new Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a hospital, raising the bar.
This is Mount Vernon Lady Rams Basketball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
Welcome back to Cuss Wilson Gym. Mount Vernon and Marion getting set for the second half, 42-20. We'll see what adjustments Marion makes. It's kind of pick your poison. They let Courtney Scarborough open on the outside early in the game because they were trying to focus on Hannah Owens inside, and Courtney lit it up for 20 first-half points. They started to get out on her in the perimeter, and they then went inside to Hannah Owens, and Owens then finished with 14 in that first half. So we'll see what they decide to do. Mount Vernon will have the basketball to start the second half. They'll move from right to left on your radio dial. It's Claire Ryan in there with the starting five of Scarborough, Rush, Owens, and Sanders. They go inside to Hannah real quick, out to Claire Ryan, skip past to Scarborough, open three, back iron. This one no good, and the rebound out of there to Gwaltney of Marion. So right out of the gate they go for Scarborough, and she couldn't hit on the three-pointer. Rushing brings it up for Marion. To Edwards. Edwards at the free throw line is cut off. Nearly has it stolen. Goes out to Gwaltney. Back over to Rushing on the right wing. Rushing on the floor. Gets the screen. Moves to her left. Bounce pass to Gwaltney. Gwaltney puts it on the floor around Owens. Owens shot blocked up there. Gets her own rebound. Put back up and no good. Owens comes away with a rebound from Mount Vernon. Less than a minute gone here in the second half. 22-point lead for the Lady Rams. Looking to go to 7-1 in the South 7 and win their 12th game of the year. Scarborough passes on another open look. Now penetrates, kicks it out to Rush, over to Ryan. Ryan, back to the right to Rush, over to Scarborough. Inside to Owens, but Rushing played a little possum there, was given the passing lane, and then stepped in front and steals it away. So the other way, it's Gwaltney with it, over to Rushing. Rushing in the lane, bounce pass, shot up, flat-footed shot, no good. Quick release, though, out of the hand of Pickens. But the basket does not fall, and Ryan the other way for Mount Vernon. Up top to Micaiah Rush. Rush into the corner to Scarborough. Passes on a three again. One-hand baseball pass to Ryan. Ryan in the lane. Her shot is up and good. Claire Ryan. She has 6. It's 44-20. Mount Vernon extends their largest lead. 6:19 to go, third quarter. Mount Vernon Lady Rams basketball, as always, the official voice of the Mount Vernon Lady Rams, Community First Bank. Edwards with it for Marion. Gets it to Rushing. Rushing has it knocked away briefly. Has to go to a knee to get it. They reverse it to Riley. Riley at top. She'll move to the middle of the floor between the circles. Over to Rushing. Rushing. Waits. Now moves to her left. Top of the key. Left wing to Edwards. Edwards to Gwaltney. Gwaltney back to Edwards, looks to get around Rush and does her bounce pass. Good idea as she was trying to go the other block to Rushing, but it was off of Rushing's foot and out of bounds. So Mount Vernon with it over out of the turnover. It'll be Ryan bringing it up against that zone. Marion's been in the zone all game. Inside Owen, she spins baseline, shot up no good. Gets her own rebound, jump pass back out to Ryan. They'll reset. Scarborough baseline three on the way, short. This one, and the rebound out of there to Riley of Marion. She comes near sideline. Scarborough behind the back dribble, gets around one defender, shot up, no good, and the rebound is poked out of bounds by Marion. Good ball handling skills, just couldn't finish, and off the bench for Marion will come Allie Wilson. Pickens will sit. 44-20, 5:11 to play, third quarter here from Marion. Here comes Claire Ryan. Ryan, right wing to Scarborough. She wants another three. No good again. Takes a look over at Coach London like, what do I got to do? Law of averages are evening out on the young lady right now. 24-point lead, though, for Mount Vernon, as Marion unable to capitalize on the missed shots. About halfway through this quarter, they've yet to score. When you're down by over 20, got to get quicker than that. Edwards with it. Now to Riley. Riley baseline, no good. Rebound to Hannah. Owens will give it up to Ryan. Ryan looks to run to Scarborough. One hand, nice job to save it from going out of bounds. Back to Ryan. Ryan looking inside, now goes to Scarborough. Scarborough on the deck with it. Bounce pass back to Ryan. Ryan to rush on the left wing. Looking for Hannah inside, not there. Now over to Ryan. Ryan skip pass near side to Scarborough. Inside to Rushing and knocks it out of bounds as Owens was the intended receiver, but Rushing again, cutting into that passing lane. You got to get a little bit crisper with the passes as it was telegraphed. Halfway through this third quarter, and it's been a 4-0 quarter for Mount Vernon. They get it into Hannah. She spins, fires, and scores, and Owens with the first bucket. Check that. That's only the second bucket of the quarter. It's now 4-0 for Mount Vernon in this quarter, and Marion struggling offensively. Edwards deep left wing. Holds it high, top of the key to Gwaltney, back to Edwards. On the floor, right wing, Rushing. Some contact, no call, and then Hannah has it go off her knee, and it'll be out of bounds to Marion. Off the bench for Marion, comes back into the ball game, Jenna Hurst. Riley will have a seat. Inbound to Edwards, back over to Rushing. Now waiting for Gwaltney to squirt free. She does, open three. No shot. She made the three, but they're going to say an illegal screen on Edwards before the three-pointer was shot. They'll give the foul to Marion. Turn it back over to Mount Vernon, 46-20, 3:34 to go third quarter. Anything that could go wrong has for Marion. And Mount Vernon, credit them, they played a good ball game, getting this lead with efficient offense in the first half, and now trying to play the rest of the stretch out. Passes to Sanders. Isha goes over to Claire Ryan. Ryan on the dribble. Back to the middle of the floor. Bounce pass to Rush over to Scarborough in the corner. Baseline drive, shoots a floater up. No good, but a foul. And free throws coming, just the second foul of the half for either team. Both fouls coming from Marion. And Scarborough at the line, looking for her first points here after a 20-point first half. He's hit 5 3-pointers in the ball game. Free throw number 1 on its way. It's good. And Coach Lana will go to Hester off the bench after this free throw. It's up, and it's back iron, no good. Rebound to Owens, though, keeping it alive. New possession for Mount Vernon to Ryan. Baseline Scarborough. Thought about pulling the trigger this time, but didn't. To Rush. Rush waits as Scarborough goes baseline. Now to Ryan. Ryan, high post to Owens. Back to Ryan. Ryan to Rush. Rush to Scarborough. Open three. In and out, no good. That one looked better than any of the other ones she shot this half, but still unable to find it in the second half. But the lead is 27 for Mount Vernon. They led 42-20 after the first 2 quarters. It's now 47-20, 2.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Edwards with the basketball. Hands it off to Gwaltney. Gwaltney, jump pass to Rushing. Shot blocked, but a foul. They're going to get Hannah coming down. She had the block, but then brought the arm down across the forearm, and free throws coming for Rushing. So looking for their first points here of the second half of Marion. They're 6 of 6 from the foul line. Rushing herself is 4 out of 4. It's up and it's good. Hester and Hayes in for Mount Vernon. Sanders and Rush will have a seat. So with 2:25 on the clock, it's 47-21. Marion here in the third quarter, they trail Mount Vernon. Second free throw is good. Timeout on the floor. And as always, all of our timeouts are brought to you by the Medicine Shop. Medicine Shop Pharmacy, proud to sponsor the Lady Rams. Once again, Dr. Eric Black and the staff support the local community and wish the Rams the very best this season. Thank them as we thank all of our sponsors. We are in the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by King City Chrysler for service. Without an appointment, it's express lane, fast, oil changes, and more. 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon. First of several games you can catch throughout the area. Later on 94.1, we told you about the Rams. Mount Vernon Lady Rams looking to help their cause in the South 7 title hunt. Them in Carbondale with one loss apiece. They split action. So they can play out the rest of their schedule, and still with Centralia and Cahokia left. But if you can hold on to this and win those two, you're assuring yourself no worse than a share, and then Carbondale's got to take care of their business as well. Looking at some of the other regionals over at Effingham, the top seed there, the Effingham Flaming Hearts will take on the winner of the Charleston-Mattoon matchup. Salem, the 2 seed, who just beat Effingham by 22 points on Friday night. They will wait the winner of Olney and Shelbyville, that one from Effingham. And the Massac County regional winner will get the Cahokia regional winner, and the number 1 seed over there is Belleville-Altoff. So a very winnable side if Mount Vernon can get hot. Not a lot of great teams in that area. And Mount Vernon will have the basketball up by 25. Scarborough has it out of the timeout. Her 3 is no good. Hayes has it for Mount Vernon, keeping it alive. Over to Scarborough. In the lane, splits the defense up and in. Goes to the bucket this time and scores. 23 in the game for Courtney. It's 49-22, under 2 to play here in the third quarter. I think if you're looking at the cream of the crop in that 3A sectional complex, it's Civic Memorial, Mater Dei. Those 2 teams really good. We get a foul underneath. And Hester, I believe, is going to pick up the foul on the arm. She thought she had all ball, but it'll be out of bounds to Marion. Won't need inbound to the right of the hoop. Gets it into Edwards. Edwards pass stolen away by Scarborough. Foot race with rushing. All the way to the bucket. Layup good. 5 quick points now for Scarborough. She has 25. It's 51-22, and the lead balloons back to nearly 30. Minute 30 to play, third quarter. Edwards drives baseline, cut off. Another pass, another near steal. We get a jump ball. It'll stay with Marion. Scarborough again stepping in a passing lane. Riley in. Edwards is out for the Lady Cats. It's been a rough year for Marion. And it doesn't get any easier when they get to take on Heron to open up their regional. They win. It keeps getting tougher. They give it to Gwaltney. She'll penetrate in the lane. Out to Riley. Left wing to Hurst. Into the baseline it goes to Rushing. Rushing into the paint. Her shot blocked out of there, and then we're going to get a foul. Wow. Oh, no. It's a 30-point game anyway. In a close game, I think that's a jump ball, but in a 30-point game, I don't know if that's a foul, but we're going to go ahead and let's see her shoot some free throws again with a minute 9 to play, and this crew might only have 1 game to do today. I don't know. Rushing's free throw is up and in. A very busy day because of all the snow days that people have had to make up and cancellations. We'll have another free throw. The first one is good. Still no field goals for Marion here in this third quarter. Second free throw is good. All 4 points coming from the strike. With a minute 9 to play in the third, 51-24, Mount Vernon with the ball in the lead. Scarborough on the right wing. Back to Ryan. She'll shoot a 3. Bank shot nearly went, but didn't. And Riley with the rebound for Marion looks to push. Tries to go coast to coast. Her shot up and in. Zaria Riley gets another point. She's got 7. 51-26, Mount Vernon's lead. Courtney has it, left wing. She'll try another 3. This one is short. Rebound to Rushing. So Courtney hasn't found it here from the three-point range in this third quarter, but does have 5 in the quarter. 30 seconds to play. And Marion with the basketball, trailing 51-26. Rushing on the floor in the lane. Shot up, no good. Rebound to Scarborough. They look to run to Ryan. Ryan with 15 on the clock, crosses mid-stripe with 12. Right wing to Scarborough with 10. Scarborough back to Ryan with 8. Inside to Owens. She goes up off the glass and in with 5 seconds on the clock. Hannah Owens now with 18, and that's how the third quarter will end. Mount Vernon on top of Marion by a score of 53-26. This is Lady Rams Basketball on WMIX Sports.
Too expensive to get back into shape? Not anymore. Ren Lake College's new fitness center is only $53 per semester. They've also thought of everything with universal machines, free weights, treadmills with dedicated TV screens, ellipticals, and more. Qualified dance instructors are also available. Or go at your own pace with DVDs that can be used in the exercise room. Best of all, it's open 7 days a week. Check out the Ren Lake College Fitness Center in the Marketplace off Potomac Boulevard in Mount Vernon. Or log on to renlakecollege.edu/Fit Center.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One Account is a high-interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balances. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. This is Mount Vernon Lady Rams Basketball.
The official voice of the Mount Vernon Lady Rams, Community First Bank, as we get set for the fourth and final quarter. 53-26, Mount Vernon with the lead and the basketball, as it's been all Lady Rams from the beginning. Courtney Scarborough with 25, Hannah Owens with 18, leading all scorers. And Scarborough will start with the basketball to Ryan, over to Peyton Hayes, trying to get in on the scoring action. Up no good. Hannah with the rebound, put back up and in. Owens with 20, and it's 55-26. Hurst the other way for Marion. As Marion dribbles it around to Gwaltney. Gwaltney tries to penetrate, stopped, jump pass to Rushing, baseline floater up, no good. Good defense by Scarborough to go straight up. Courtney comes away with the basketball looking to push. Down the sideline and lost the ball, and Hurst comes away with it. Scarborough now chases it down and steals it back. Peyton Hayes away with a good hustle play there by Scarborough. She's played the whole game. And Claire Ryan, who has it on the left wing, back to Hayes, into the corner of Scarborough, inside to Owens. Owens turns, fires, and no good. Rebound, Hester up and in. Miriam Hester with 6. And it's 57-26. The lead is 31. 6:51 to play here in the ball game. Mount Vernon going to win for the 12th time and the 7th time in conference. Shot up and in for Marion, makes it 57-28, 6:35 on the clock. And Claire Ryan bringing it up over to Scarborough. Scarborough back to Ryan. Ryan lobs it inside to Owen. Owen trying to keep it with the one hand, but Hannah couldn't bring it down, and the steal comes away. It's Riley with it. Riley into the lane, around Hester, gets some space. Shot is up, no good. Rebound Rushing, put up, no good. Loose ball on the ground, and it is a jump ball. Marion will keep possession. Couple of subs off the bench for the Lady Wildcats, as it will get Cheyenne Stacy and Allie Wilson into the ball game. Riley to inbound. She finds Gwaltney, back up to Hurst. Hurst back to Gwaltney, nearly stolen. Gwaltney open for three, and she got it. Deep three, too, for Allison Gwaltney. Her second three-pointer of the ball game, 57-31, 6 minutes to play in the game here from Marion. Peyton Hayes with it, over to Ryan. Ryan baseline to Scarborough. Double team inside on Owens. They go to Ryan. Ryan over to Hayes. Hayes back to Ryan. Ryan into the baseline. Scarborough steps into a three this time, and it's back iron, no good. Ryan with the offensive rebound. Good feed inside to Hannah. Missed a shot, got a rebound, put it back up and in. 22 in the game for Hannah Owens. 59-31, 5.5 to go. Mount Vernon cruising. Hurst, jumper, no good. Tip ball. Hester has the rebound to Scarborough. She looks to push. Up ahead, there she feeds Ryan. Good feed, up no good. Claire's going to go to the line, though. She was fouled by Gwaltney. Good jump pass. And filling in the lane was Claire. She gave kind of a little sign with her hand that she wanted the basketball, and Courtney obliged. Free throws coming for Ryan. 1 out of 2 from the game. First one on the way is no good. Jasmine Hawkins for the first time checking in for Mount Vernon, and Hannah Owens will sit and get a nice ovation from those faithful that made the trip to Marion. 22 points. Nice afternoon. Second free throw, no good. Rebound to Gwaltney. Up ahead to Edwards. Marion looks to run. Final 5 minutes of the game. To Hurst. Hurst passes over everybody's head. Chucked it from the hip all the way over everyone, and it's out of bounds. Hurst will sit, and checking back into the ball game is Haley Rushing. Final 5 minutes. Scarborough on their deep right corner, back to Ryan. Each team with just 3 fouls here in the half. Not a lot of turnovers. Of course, Scarborough open for 3, and this one she finds, finally. Broke the seal off the rim that she's been waiting for. 28 points for Courtney Scarborough, and Coach Lonan going deep to his bench to get some subs in. 4:38 on the clock. Edwards given a 3, didn't want it. Crosses over, gets around Ryan. Her shot is up, no good. Rebound to Hayes. Mount Vernon has the basketball. Ryan with it. Up ahead, Scarborough. Scarborough gets around a defender looking for points number 30, and she got a 30 points for Scarborough. Timeout on the floor just to get some subs in. Timeout sponsored by the Medicine Shop, Dr. Eric Black, 2339 Broadway. Scarborough and Ryan will sit. Courtney sits with 30 points on the afternoon. She is our player of the game. Hannah Owens not far behind with 22. 64-31 the score halfway through the third. As Lauren Heinzman is in there now. And also, Colleen Scoble checking in for Mount Vernon. We get a dribbling out of bounds. Miriam Hester, good defense. And another sub for Mount Vernon coming in. That is Kenzie Rankin. So in there's Lauren Heinzman, Kenzie Rankin, Jasmine Hawkins, Miriam Hester, and Colleen Scoble for Coach Jeff Lonan. And they'll get even more girls at the end of the bench to get some time. Edwards with the steal for Marion. Coast to coast, layup is good. Tisha Edwards has 6, and the lead is 64-33. Heinzman with the basketball. And her pass is stolen away by Rushing. The starting 5 in there for Marion, and Mount Vernon going deep on his bench. And wonder how long that Marion will go with their starting 5, and how long, if they continue to, that Coach Lonan will go with his bench. Timeout on the floor brought to you by the Medicine Shop. The Medicine Shop Pharmacy, proud to sponsor the Lady Rams once again. Dr. Eric Black and the staff support the local community and wish the Lady Rams the very best this season. Your community, your choice, your bank. With 5 locations, friends, and neighbors on staff who understand your needs, Community First Bank keeps it simple. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC. Community First Bank, the official voice of the Lady Rams. And the Lady Rams back in action Monday at Chagnon, where they take on the arch-rival Annies of Centralia. Then they will go to Cahokia Tuesday, wrap up things at Heron on Thursday before traveling to Massac County on Monday, a week from Monday, when they take on Centralia again. The winner of that game will play Carbondale. Could have a de facto South 7 Conference Championship game over there in that semifinal. If Mount Vernon's able to beat Centralia, they would happen to split. We would see which team, in essence, gets that rubber match between the two. But first things first, you got to get past the Annies. 64-33, Mount Vernon with the lead. Marion with the basketball, and they throw it away to Hester. Hester runs it up and travels with it. Well, double dribble. Yeah, he called it travel. Turnover gives it back to Marion. Final 3:22. And looking at the floor, again, a lot of starters still in there for a Marion squad that's struggled all season long. And Edwards has the basketball. She'll kick it out. 3-pointer on the way. It's short. No good. Rebound to Edwards. Edwards hits the deck hard, and they say it was off her. She did try to throw it off of the Lady Rams. A good heads-up play that time by Edwards, but just couldn't execute it. Hurst will come off the bench for Marion at the next dead ball. And Brianna George getting set to check in for Mount Vernon. A lot of JV kids who were victorious. They won by 13, 53-40, but a game that was not that close here in the first game of the day from Cuss Wilson. Under 3 to play. For Heinzman into the corner to Rankin, back to Heinzman. Heinzman out to Hayes. Kenzie Rankin with the basketball. Her pass to Scoble is knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Mount Vernon. Hurst in, Riley in for Marion. And again, Brianna George checking in for Miriam Hester. Hester will sit. Nice night for her day. She had 6 points. Played early on. And the Mount Vernon Lady Rams trying to play out the final 2.5 minutes. That pass is out of bounds. We'll talk to Coach Jeff Lonan after the ball game, find out his thoughts as they're in the midst of this stretch of basketball. Got to be happy with the outcome here and how he played. His team played very well, really, in all aspects of the game. And when you go to a place you're expected to win and you expect to win, it's good to go and show as well as they did here tonight. They'll try to build on that with the Annies coming up, and then a couple of tough matchups to finish up at Cahokia and then Heron. Another pass tipped out of bounds, 2:14 on the clock. Indira Cantiana checking in for Mount Vernon. So everybody, I believe, now on the bench has seen some action. We have a little injury there, I think, as Lauren Heinzman got bumped, and she's a little bit shaken up over on the bench. .2:05 on the clock and counting as Mount Vernon will go to 12-8, 7-1 in the South 7. Ball's on the floor, jump ball, and could take a while for the final 2 minutes. Marion with the basketball. Stay tuned for our Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show as we talked about talking to Coach Jeff Lonnen about this game and about his team, as we've been a while since I've had a chance to catch up with the coach, so we'll touch base on a number of different things and find out his thoughts as we move through another high school basketball season and getting ready for the postseason yet again. And it's always fun and busy time of the year, and we'll keep you covered like a glove. If you're not able to go to the games, you can check us out on Twitter at WMIX Sports, and probably the easiest and best way to find all the action. We'll give you the scoreboards each and every evening, and you'll stay up to date on everything you need to know in the world of high school hoops. Marion with the basketball out of bounds after that ball was knocked out. They'll have it with 1:40 on the clock. Riley with it. Gets into the lane, shot off balance, no good, tipped around, out of bounds. It stays with Marion. So Marion will take it out again. Riley gets it in, three-pointer on the way. It's an air ball. Loose ball is still loose. Picked up by Mount Vernon, and that is Kenzie Rankin. Ahead to George. George right wing to Cantiana, and we get a timeout. 30-second timeout brought to you by the Medicine Shop and Dr. Eric Black. Out of that timeout, we'll also get the substitution as Madison Wilson will check in for Marion. And Coach Lonnen just wanting to go over some things with his young team and make sure that they are all on the same page and what he wants to get accomplished here in the final minute. 18 seconds with a 64-33 lead. Toby Gullion here bringing you Lady Rams basketball. Always good to step behind the mic here for WMIX Sports and bring you all the action. I had a chance to be with Mount Vernon earlier on this season in the Nashville tournament where they played very well and continuing to improve. Been impressed as you can be with the starting five and the way they played here today, and not just winning the game, because, I mean, they came here expecting to do that, but, I mean, it was the way they played, the perimeter shooting, the inside play, the unselfishness, the good angled passes, and some difficult angles that they were able to make happen. And good performance all the way around. Mount Vernon will move on. Cantiana thought about a three. Coach Lonnen wanted her to shoot the three. So did everyone else on the Rams sideline, but didn't get it off. Scoble has it in the corner. Out top. I think they set that play up just for her to run to shoot that three. Instead, here's Rankin in the basketball. Out to George. George dribbling it around on Hurst. And the loose ball is stolen away by Marion. 45 seconds on the clock. Shot is up, partially blocked. Hawkins with the rebound for Mount Vernon. And George looks to push. Up ahead to Scoble. Scoble stops, pops, shot, scores. Colleen Scoble with two. And with 30 seconds on the clock, it's 66-33. Mount Vernon doubling up Marion. Clock ticks under 20. Marion will work it around the perimeter, and a long three coming and scoring out there. Cheyenne Stacy gets in the scoring column with a three-pointer. Down to 8 seconds on the clock. Through Cantiana's fingertips and out of bounds with 4. Marion will have it. So Marion to inbound the final 4 seconds. They get it in, and that will do it. Our final score, Mount Vernon 66, Marion 36. We'll take a break and come back with the Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show. You're listening to Lady Rams Basketball on WMIX Sports.
Wouldn't it be amazing if there was somewhere you could listen to knowledgeable discussion, interviews with a great mix of coaches, get the scores, and be entertained? You must have missed last week's Saturday Sports Show. Give AM 940 a couple of hours every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news, and we'll give you the info you need like no one else can. It's your best option this sports season. The Saturday Sports Show on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Powered by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be.
Hi, this is Monica Wilt with People's National Bank. Being locally owned, we know the importance of having a free checking account that you can depend on. The account only takes $100 to open, and there is no minimum balance requirement. People's National Bank offers big bank services with small hometown feel. Stop by any People's National Bank branch and ask about the benefits of the People's National Bank free checking account.
People's National Bank, serving Southern Illinois since 1909. Member FDIC.
Raise your hand if you're tired of showing up for a service appointment only to sit around a waiting room. Hi, Roy Schmidt, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram dealer at King City Chrysler Center. Our express lane fast oil changes and more provide quick, convenient service with no appointment needed. Our specialists are on hand to wait on you with lanes dedicated just for your oil changes, tire rotation, brake inspections, batteries, bulbs, wiper blades, air filter replacements, and more. We will also perform complimentary vehicle inspection with every oil change. We work around your schedule, open weekdays from 7:30 until 5 and Saturdays from 8 a.m. until noon. See Express Lane Fast Oil Changes and more for all of your service needs, and we will get you back on the road quick. We're located at King City Chrysler Center at 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois. Just another reason you can count on us.
Convenience is what the Medicine Shop Pharmacy in Mount Vernon is all about. During these cold winter months, take advantage of our free local delivery service to your home or office, or use one of our 2 drive-through windows where a staff member is always ready to serve you. If you take several medications and have trouble remembering what to take and when to take it, ask pharmacist Eric Black about medication planners. These blister packs make it so easy to take the correct medications on time. In a recent poll, patients 65 years old and older who use medications found that more than 50% take at least 5 different prescription drugs regularly. Those polled admit they forget to take their medications. Don't let this happen to you. Stop by and ask us about our medication planners. Remember, drugs don't work in patients who don't take them. The Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon, or give them a call, 618-242-8776.
This is Mount Vernon Lady Rams Basketball from WMIX Sports. The Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show starts now.
To Cuss Wilson Gym in Marion, 66-36. Mount Vernon winners over the Marion Lady Wildcats and moving to 12-8 on the season, and also moving to 7-1 in the South 7, keeping their conference championship hopes alive as they have 2 more games in the conference, Carbondale and them each with 1 loss. So they'll have to see if one of those teams can separate themselves or if they're going to share a shot or a chance at that championship. Leading the way, Courtney Scarborough had 20 points in the first half, 12 in the first quarter, and she would finish with a game-high 30 points. Hannah Owens not far behind, 14 in the first half. She had 22 in the ball game, 6 points apiece for Claire Ryan and Miriam Hester, 2 points for Colleen Scoble, as Mount Vernon just 4 of 11 from the free throw line, but really that's the only thing they didn't do well in this one. For Marion, they had 12 points from Haley Rushing. They got 7 points from Azaria Riley, 6 points apiece from Markeisha Edwards and from Allison Gwaltney, 3 points from Cheyenne Stacy, and 2 from Madison Wilson. They were a perfect 10 of 10 from the free throw line, a 42-20 halftime lead for Mount Vernon that was extended to 53-26 after 3, and our final of 66-36. Coach Jeff Lonan will join us in just a few minutes, and he'll let us know of his thoughts as his team gets an easy victory here, and they prepare for what will be the final week of the regular season coming up next week with 3 games on the docket. And then a week from Monday, they will start postseason play in Massac County as the 4th seed in the Class 3A Regional, and they take on Centralia. We'll take a break, come back with more. You're listening to Lady Rams Basketball and the Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show on WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
Are you interested in a career in the culinary arts but can never afford the high cost of cooking school? Rend Lake College has a low-cost recipe for success. For as little as $5,500 per year, you can get a quality culinary arts education in your own backyard. That even includes books, tuition, class fees, and supplies. Learn to master domestic fare, pastry, and foreign cuisine in Ina, Illinois. Save thousands on a culinary arts education at Rend Lake College. For more information, log on to rlc.edu/culinary arts.
Broadcasting live from the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by King City Chrysler. This is Mount Vernon Lady Rams Basketball.
Toby, Gullion, and Jeff Lonan joining me now as part of the Schmidt Chevrolet post-game show. The Mount Vernon Lady Rams 66-36 winners over Marion. And, Coach, I thought a pretty impressive performance. I mean, it was a game when you come down here, you figure you can compete and win, but to play as well as you did and as sharp as you did early had to be nice.
It was nice, especially since we've had 7 days off and we've lost a couple games. You know, this week this is a reschedule from Thursday, and we still have to do the Centralia thing Monday night. And you know, our whole thing right now is, you know, I told them before the game started, we're on a 3-game championship tour. I mean, you know, we got to win the next 3, and we are guaranteed no worse than co-winners of the South 7 Conference Championship. And you know, if we can win those 3, then we are guaranteed no worse. And that sounds pretty good to our girls and me. And this was the first round of the tour, and round 2 is Monday night. So we got 1 down. Now we only have 2 left. But we had to take care of business today, and I think that's why they were so sharp, because they smell this championship, at least a piece of it, and that's important.
And playing at this point in the season, too, at the postseason right around the corner, being able to play for something that final week, besides just tuning up, has got to be an advantage to you guys heading into the postseason.
It is, and you know, we know how fortunate we are. I mean, there's a lot of teams that aren't playing for anything right now, and you know, it keeps us, I think, focused and keeps our heads in it. You know, a little bit more so than maybe somebody who's, you know, sticking down in 5th or 6th place in your conference, or you know, just doesn't seemingly have anything to play for. So we know we have plenty to play for. We feel very strongly about this conference championship. You know, I'm not sure people would have picked us to win it again this year. I'm not sure they would have picked us to win it last year. But now here we are on the cusp of it again, and our kids are going to, I guarantee you, our kids are going to play very, very hard Monday and Tuesday night, because this is something they want. And the other thing is, you know, we got a regional coming up, and that's something we haven't done at Mount Vernon for a long time. You know, we've had some big disappointment. We had big disappointment last year, and we're going to try to do better this year. And I know that's a big issue, and we got to try to do better in the regional.
Well, the nice thing about the regional you're in over at Massac County is if you're able to hold serve and get a share of that conference title, if things work out for you, you're going to get a chance to settle things in the conference, because you'll get a chance at Carbondale then in that semifinal matchup. So you get an opportunity to settle things. But this game, though, it started off, I mean, you couldn't have told me you had 7 days off. Courtney goes out, hits 3 quick three-pointers, and then as they started to adjust, so did you, and then Hannah got involved inside.
Well, you know, it's a zone now, and you know, we haven't seen zone for an entire game now since maybe, God, I'd have to think back. It's been a while.
Nashville tournament?
No, Freeburg at the Muscuda tournament played this exact same zone against us, but we couldn't make any shots there. And that's the funny thing about zone is if you play zone, you're going to give up some things, and if you give up some things and the opponent is hot, then you're going to pay for playing zone. And they paid for playing zone today because we were hot. And it could have gone the exact opposite direction. We could have not been able to throw it in the ocean, and this could have been a ball game. But that's kind of the sword, the edge of the sword you live on when you play zone. And I thought we were in the same set the whole game. I mean, we run one little play off of that, and at the end of a quarter that we've done for years. But we were in the same set. We had 2 post players, post high, post low, baseline runner, and Courtney Scarborough. running behind the zone, and then we had a 2-guard front out there just looking for skips and to drive it. And Courtney found herself open a lot in the corners, and we just stayed with that set, and she ends up with 30 points unofficially. I see here. Yep. How many threes did she have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
5 in the first half.
6 threes. And again, that's just the ability to beat the zone, and I just couldn't be more proud of them. I thought they played against it very well. And then I thought the fact that Courtney hurt them so bad behind the arc in the corners, it really helped Hannah get loose in the middle a little bit more. You know, usually she's just packed in there around about 3 kids. And I thought when the ball came out of the corner, especially in the second half when they were paying so much attention to Courtney, that we were able to throw it into Hannah from a little high-low type thing going there because, you know, they just had to pay more attention to Courtney, and that helps out. But that's basketball.
Yeah.
You know, when your outside game is good, it helps your inside game. When your inside game is good, it helps your outside game. When neither one is good, you're probably going to lose and not do very good at all. So, and hey, there's a lot of years and a lot of games. That's the case. Believe me, I've been involved in a lot of those.
The opportunity to have special players, though, at all the different levels at any given night is a nice option you have. And this is a wide open postseason. There's not the one. I mean, you look at a Civic Memorial maybe, but there's not a one team that's you're like, oh, look at that team. So I mean, this thing's kind of wide open if you get hot at the right time.
Exactly. Yeah, and you know, you got to have players. That's the bottom line. And you know, you kids like Courtney Scarborough and Hannah Owens don't come around, don't grow on trees. And you know, I could say that for quite a few other players on our team. But you know, today those kids carried our scoring burden, 50, 34, 50, 52 points between those 2 kids. And listen, it's tough. It's tough right now, and it's just getting harder all the time to get good, solid players who can do those types of things for you. And it just is. And I think the game is better than it was 15 or 20 years ago. I think the coaching is better. I think the game is better. I think all those things are better. It's not a jump ball festival anymore like it used to be.
Yeah.
You know, back in the day, 20 years ago, or 30 years. I remember when my girlfriend played in high school back in the 80s. There must have been 60 jump balls a game. You know, but it's come so far. It's evolved so far. But that being said, in a school our size, you would be amazed. 1,300 kids just... A Courtney and a Hannah are just like diamonds in the rough. I mean, you just cannot find them. And, you know, kids are involved in so many things now, and sports sometimes take a back seat, and sometimes they just go by the wayside totally as they're coming through the junior high system. So, believe me, I am very thankful that I have kids like that in my program because they are rarities, and they're hard to develop and hard to come by.
Road to a conference championship continues from Shagnon on Monday night against Centralia. Coach, we wish you the best of luck and good luck, and hopefully we'll see you sometime in the postseason.
I'm really appreciating it. I'm glad you came today. I want to thank you for coming. I know we just put your radio station in a bind with the weather and everything and the boys playing tonight, but I think you do a great job, and girls appreciate you being here, and you're obviously welcome to do our game anytime.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot. That's Jeff Lonan, Mount Vernon Lady Rams 66-36 winners. This is Lady Rams Basketball on WMIX Sports.
Thank you for listening to Mount Vernon Lady Rams Basketball from WMIX Sports. Lady Rams Basketball on WMIX Sports is powered by the official voice of Lady Rams Athletics, Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Lady Rams Basketball is also sponsored in part by the Medicine Shop of Mount Vernon, Ford Square, and King City Chrysler. You can count on us. Ren Lake College. Save thousands on your college education. Log on to rlc.edu. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a hospital. Raising the bar. Winning Edge. Schmidt Ford of Salem. And also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois, Landers Collision Centers of Mount Vernon and Salem, Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon, All Stars and Stitches, Central Christian Church, and People's National Bank. Stay in the game on Twitter. Follow us at WMIX Sports or log on to WMIXSports.com. Now back to regular programming on the legendary WMIX.